484 or go to Vita Vital Medical.com.
This report is sponsored by Burger King. Burger King has been working on the Whopper, but thanks to you, it's never tasted better. Flame grilled beef, crisp produce, perfectly toasted bun. Whether it's been weeks or years, come try the Whopper again for only $3.99 on Whopper Wednesday. Terms apply. Visit bk.com/terms.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, third-generation race car driver. And we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this broadcast possible.
Hans Whitler Automotive,
memories of my
German
grandpa
car
will
maintenance
always
and
be with me.
repair in
It's
Albuquerque,
important
New
to
Mexico.
notice if older family
Call
members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory,
505-294-7684
or having
visit
trouble with routine tasks.
HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Talking about Alzheimer's can be
High
really
school
tough.
sports
But
are
if you notice
back.
something,
You
have a
can watch
conversation with them.
every ProView
Encourage them
Network
to see a
broadcast
doctor or
online
a
on the
Early
NFHS
detection
network.
of Alzheimer's can
Every
give your family
moment
time
from
to explore
every
support
game
services,
from
make a
every
plan for
sport,
the future,
including
and access
all
available
NMAA
treatments. The
state
Alzheimer's
championship
Association
games.
provides care,
Get your
support,
monthly
and
pass
research
now.
to help you take
Just go to
control of the situation with your
ProViewNetworks.com,
family and
click on
manage
the
those diseases
NFHS
together.
logo, and
If you
sign up
or your
today.
family are noticing changes,
Watch
it could be
Mexico's
Alzheimer's.
best.
Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Presented by Robinhood. Learn more with Robinhood at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Hail to the victors. First time in 37 years, the Michigan Wolverines are kings of the college basketball world. Dusty May's squad completed an
We would
incredible
like to thank
turnaround
the following
in Indianapolis,
sponsors for making
grinding
this
out a
broadcast
69
possible.
to 63 win over UConn to secure the program's second ever national
Well, I'm
title.
going to
I'm
the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer.
This report brought to you by Glasheen Baez and Hinderman Injury Attorneys. We win big.
Hi, I'm attorney Noe Baez at Glasheen Baez and Injury Lawyers. We are here to fight for you. If you've been injured or lost a loved one in a major accident, we want experienced injury attorneys on your side. We have over 30 years of experience handling personal injury cases. Visit us today at GBILaw.com.
This is KNML Albuquerque.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Sports Animal, your home for sports talk in the Duke City. Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Hail to the victors, valiants. Hail to the conquering heroes. Hail, hail. Big party going down. Hope the child's all right, dude. She was in line early at the bar, got in, got a good seat for the national championship game, and a little nervous, as it was supposed to be, with the better team and maybe the best team. And I may say maybe. They're the champions. The best team throughout the season won the national championship. Doesn't always happen that way. Michigan and Arizona were the two best teams all year long. You could say Duke was in there too, and okay. And it was watching those two teams go, and I guess you should throw Duke in there since they beat Michigan in the regular season. But I think when we sat there in mid-November and watched Michigan go through San Diego State by 40, the next night beat Auburn by 30, and the next night beat Gonzaga by 40, the college basketball world was put on blast. And last night in Indianapolis, they finished the deal, and they walk away with the national championship and nets wrapped around their neck. Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Tuesday to you. The college basketball season has now been put to bed. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. How you living?
What did it do?
How you feeling?
Feeling okay.
All right. Welcome back. The UConn is scary. UConn, when they made a steal with about a minute 54, about 2 minutes to go, it was a 6-point game. And they steal the ball down by 6, get it to Solo Ball, and he misses at the rim, and they go the other way. And Michigan missed 3-pointers all night long. That's what kept this game close, was Michigan unable to score. And they worked it around, and Trey McKinney buried that 3, and that was good night now. But the difference between that being a 9-point game and a 4-point game with UConn on the other side, I'm not going to lie, man. I started to pucker. It was getting
Clinch.
a little bit. Hell yes. And Michigan 2 for 15 from 3-point land. Like at halftime, Addie called. She's like, Ann Arbor's a little nervous. I'm like, yeah, you're fine. You didn't make any shots. And you're still winning the game. You figured they'd start making shots. But I thought that was the play.
Huge moment in that contest, and the game played out how you'd expect it to play out from UConn's side. For a team that is very good, and that's UConn, you look at them at times and you're like, how are they here? Like, what have they done? And they're just gritty. They play hard. They're not as deep as some of the other teams we've watched, but a lot of that is their character. Been there, done that. That showed itself in that Duke game. And even when Michigan at times, pulled away, it was a 7, 8, 9 point game earlier, then it would get back and be a 2-possession game. And to get you thinking, the moment you just broke down, which was the defining moment of that second half, that Michigan was able to make the play. But you just had two teams that looked like they picked up a couple dudes off the football program and were like, we need to fill out these rosters. And that's the way that game felt last night.
It was physical. It was physical, and I know UConn was in foul trouble, but you can't sit here and tell me any of those fouls, the ones that were called a solo ball, the ones Silas Demery was in foul trouble, Terrace Reed was in foul trouble. You can't tell me any of those were not foul. In fact, I would argue that crew let a whole lot go. I think that was Danny Hurley's thing, and he said, let's just muck it up because that's the only chance we got, right? I mean, the talent on Michigan, even with Yaxel Lendenborg being half of a Yaxel Lendenborg, he was like a Yax Lenden, he wasn't the full Yaxel Lendenborg last night playing on that injury, but he was out there and he made some key plays, and you throw your best player out there in a situation like that. What was it? It was kind of like, not exactly because it wasn't the same injury, but remember when Tyrese Halliburton played in Game 7 of the NBA championship last year and he ended up blowing out his Achilles, right? And you're like, there's no way you're keeping that dude out of that game, right? It was Game 7 of the NBA championship, best player on the team. He's waited his whole life to be in that moment. Was there a risk that he was going to get injured further? There was. He ended up getting injured and missing the whole next season. There was no way you were going to keep him out, and I bet he doesn't regret it. The same thing with Lendenborg, although it wasn't the same type of thing and the same type of risk. There was no way you were keeping him out. I was listening to Solo Ball may not play. Solo Ball's going to play. This is the NCAA championship, and I understand it doesn't maybe mean as much, but I still think it means quite a lot. And you're right. Their transfers, Michigan was the first starting 5 that was all transfers in the history. They won't be the last because I'm going to guess they'll all be that way from now on. But a little history. The best team won, although one of the best teams was right there. And to your point, the talent, and I said this, I say it to you the other day, maybe it was last week or yesterday with whoever was on. I think it was when Brandon was in yesterday. The better team is Michigan, and I'm like, well, careful. The better talent is Michigan. But the best team is going to prove itself tonight. And UConn might not have the best overall talent, but man, as long as Danny Hurley's their coach and like him, don't like him, whatever you think, the dude is a flippin' good coach. Like, that's not fair. That's not giving him justice. The dude is a great coach, and they're never out of it. And go back to the way they beat Duke, and when they made that steal with 6 points, I'm thinking, I'm flashing back. Holy bleep, they're going to find a way, aren't they?
Here we go again.
Yeah.
And for the Huskies, that they've been built of that mentality. Dan Hurley's crazy, and it's right to call him out on some of the things he does, because he absolutely does, I think, cross lines. Yeah. But the program he's built, the guys feed off him. Like the players buy in, and he said it too. He's said it's not a traditional team because you're going to have to put up with me if you come here. And then the guys that are there, they stay there. They know what they're getting into with Dan Hurley, and it's evident because of the success and how this team that you look at UConn, and you're right, they're not necessarily the most talented team, but they're a team. They've come together. They played really hard. I thought Terrace Reed has been one of my favorite players to watch inside, but they finally had someone that could counter him in Mara, and those two guys are used to getting what they want on the block. Now, Mara had a better day. He was 4 of 7, but he only had 8 points and 4 rebounds. Reed for UConn inside, 13 points, 14 rebounds, and size matters, y'all.
Let me tell you something.
Size matters. Look at these teams. There's when Mara and Johnson and Lindenborg are on the floor together for Michigan.
Yep.
They're not worried about shooting threes.
and they were 2 of 15. I don't care what Mara's numbers were. He makes a difference. His numbers were relatively pedestrian. 8 points, 4 rebounds, 1 block. I could swear he was blocking shots all night
But
long.
look at Reed, only 4 of 12.
Well, but
because of Mara.
I look at it says they only had 6 block shots. Like Roddy Gale coming off the bench. Well, how about that dude coming off the bench and then dropping those free throws at the end when it matters? I would, if you'd asked me how many blocks they had without looking at the box score, I just said, I don't know, 11, 12. It felt everything was difficult for UConn because of, to your point, the length of Michigan. And Mara, who couldn't get on the court at UCLA, right? Mick Cronin didn't really use him very much. Now he's a national champion and a huge part of being a national champion. And he's terrific to me. I don't know if he's more Zach Edey than he is Victor Wembanyama, right? That's probably right. Right?
Oh yeah, there was 0 Wembanyama in Mars.
Yeah. I mean, he's not moving up and down the court. He's a big guy in the middle.
3, whatever he is. And
Yao Ming kind of
getting down, but he's super active, and basketball is still a game where size matters.
Is he a pro?
I could see him being a second round guy, potentially.
Okay. Is he stick?
It could be I think he can bounce around a little bit. There's plenty of teams out there that.
How about Cadeau?
Minutes
How about Cadeau? Is he a pro point guard?
Another guy that a lot of expectations, didn't live up to it, quote unquote, flamed out at North Carolina, and he's
the national
MVP
champion.
of the Final Four.
You know, I situations matter. Situations matter, and maybe you respond better to one coach than another. Maybe you respond. Maybe you mature. Maybe you that system doesn't work for you. Maybe the people around you, it isn't it. I listened to flame out at North Carolina, and I'm like, well, he was all right at North Carolina. I mean, they didn't win like they won here. Hubert Davison gets fired the next year, right? I mean, like I remember Cadeau. Was it last year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the way how I remember him beating the hell out of San Diego State in the Dayton game. I mean, I thought he was really good then. But you just go up and down. And Lendenborg went to UAB. He was at Western Arizona, took a recruiting visit to New Mexico, ended up at UAB, and now he's going to be one of the finalists. I'm going to guess he's going to finish second in the voting for Player of the Year for the Wooden Award. He might win it. He was Big Ten Player of the Year from UAB.
That shot was crazy. That Graham put out there on Twitter.
Oh yeah, with him
at the on the sidelines at a Lobo football game.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know that either. But there he was. Hail to the victors. And here's one other thing. And actually, there's a lot of other things, but Michigan came in to the final as the only team in the history of the tournament to put up 90 or more points in every game. And I thought Ernie Johnson hit it on the head when he asked Dusty May, the head coach of Michigan, on the podium. Nobody talks about your, because not only were they winning, they were putting up 90, but they were winning by 20, 30 points. What they did all damn year. And somebody said earlier, or I was reading something yesterday, it got tougher for them in the second half of the Big Ten schedule because teams saw them a second time, and you can prepare for that. Well, I think that's anybody, right? Anybody. You see them a second time, I mean, it's one thing to watch tape and prepare. It's another thing to, remember what they did to us. But their defense won this game because offensively, like, they didn't play well. Michigan didn't. This was not one of the classic games. This was not a pretty game. Michigan shot 38% from the field. Michigan shot 13% from three-point line. But they did it with defense, and they kept a good UConn team. You see what UConn shot? 31% from the 21 of 68, because nothing was easy. Everything was contested. They held some of those great shooters. I mean, Braylon Mullins was 3 for 10. Haraban, 3 for 10, from both of them from three-point line. I mean, those guys make a couple of shots, we got another game, right? And Mullins is going to go down as a legend, and he's only a freshman. Haraban, a senior, already is a legend for the amount of threes. So I think the other piece is they showed the versatility. They can win a different way. And I thought that was pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah. They needed to be able to live in the muck and then climb out of the muck that UConn dragged them into, and they did.
Yeah, the muck. Right. All right, we got a lot. Let's go. Want to hear from you today. There's a national champion in college basketball. 505-246-0610. That's the Sports Animals phone line. That is the Sports Animals text line. It is the Sports Animal Meineke on San Pedro text line. You'll get fair and affordable You'll get fair and affordable care for your vehicle at Meineke on San Pedro. 505-246-0610. Your emails come in, Jeff, at sportsanimалabq.com. JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. You can find us on the X. It's _JJ Buck. And on the television, we are on our Facebook page, the OD in the AM. The OD in the AM. Xfinity Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico. And on the YouTube channel for ProView Networks, Adrian is producing for you on TV today. Got a lot to do. There is a Benny Shuck in town. Who is Benny Shuck? He is the new 6'9" Lobo. And one comes, one goes. The ladies lose their leading rebounder. Angel Reese got traded. The Masters starts in 2 days. Michael Malone is a head coach again. Where? How about that one? We got a lot to do. 505-246-0610. Today's the day John Thomas Jewelers has moved. Today is the day they are open, and they didn't move just down the road, boys and girls. They moved on up to a brand new elevated showroom designed for one thing. That's helping you create the ring you'll never second guess. So starting today, you'll find them on the second floor. 10501 Montgomery. It's right between Dion's and El Patron, up there between kind of between Morris and just kind of near Juan Tabo, just to the west of Juan Tabo. It's a more private space, a more refined space, and they have the largest selection of engagement rings in New Mexico. They're now showcased the way they deserve to be. It's where you're going to sit down one-on-one, where you're going to see your ring come to life. You even try on your exact design in a wax model before it's ever made in precious metals. There's no pressure. There's no regrets. It's just absolute confidence in one of the most important decisions of your life. It's John Thomas Jewelers. They've been voted best jeweler in Albuquerque 5 straight years. They're the fastest growing jeweler in New Mexico for 3 straight years. They're exclusively the home of the No Regrets engagement ring, and they are my jewelry. I know they'll be yours. The second you walk in the door, the service, the selection, the product, everything is magnificent. Now on the second floor, 10501 Montgomery. They open today. John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged.
What's up, guys? David Pollack here, former Georgia.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one
championship because of chemistry, teamwork, resolve. Dusty May. How about Dusty May? Dusty May was in the same Final Four as Danny Hurley 3 years ago. Didn't play for the national championship. That was when Danny Hurley won his first one. They beat San Diego State that year. Dusty May was at FAU. Got beat on the Lamont Butler shot by San Diego. But May's only 49 years old. He's in his 7th season as a head coach. He's already indicating that really his reign atop the sport could last a while, right? Why not? 4 of Michigan's 5 starters were transfers. Elliot Kadoke from North Carolina. He walked off with the most outstanding player. But May has really found a way to find talent, right? It's a pretty essential commodity in today's era. But JJ, when you start looking around where he put them together, and I'm always loath after a team wins their first championship. Well, are they going to win a bunch? Well, I mean,
some enjoy the first one.
Yeah, probably not.
At least 24 hours. But to your answer, probably not. What UConn did and was crazy, especially in this era, to go back to back and then potentially
to be there 3 out of 4 times
in 4 years. Michigan has the foundation to stay competitive, obviously, with the money. But one thing I was thinking about too with Dusty May getting hired at Michigan, we're sitting here watching until it came out yesterday afternoon. Michael Malone is the head coach of North Carolina, and you're like, what? Okay, that's out of nowhere. But then I was thinking, Dusty May was hired from FAU. Mm-hmm. And can you imagine if North Carolina announced that they were going to hire the FAU coach? How crazy people would go, because it's Tommy, got to have Tommy Lloyd or Dusty May after he had his cup of tea with Michigan. But what a move. Yes, they went to the Final Four, but them to say, hey, this coach at FAU can come here with his resources and we can do big things.
Yeah, I think that's right. And you got to give it to Ward Manuel a little bit. As much as Ward Manuel had to eat it on the hire with Sharon Moore and more so the way the whole Sharon Moore thing went down, and I don't think it's done. Ward Manuel then went out and hired Kyle Whittingham, which feels like it's going to be a home run, doesn't it?
It's going to be good.
Ward Manuel hired Jim Harbaugh, won a national championship, right, in football. How about that AD in the last, 3 years? Has won a football championship and a basketball national championship? I mean, as much as everybody was calling for Ward Manuel's head when the Sharon Moore thing went down, you know why he's got his job? Results, baby. Right? Winning matters. What is the ultimate deodorant? Winning, right? And Ward Manuel, the athletic director at Michigan, hired Jim Harbaugh, won a national championship. Just hired Kyle Whittingham, and he's the guy who went out and found Dusty May. Now, yeah, did he hire Juwan Howard? You're not going to hit on every one of them. That's the crazy thing about this, right? So winning erases mistake. And I don't even know that you can blame him on the Juwan Howard hire. Juwan Howard was ready. Juwan Howard was an alum. Like, he was one of the Fab Five. He'd been coaching. He was ready. Like, when he hired Juwan Howard, didn't that feel right?
Yeah.
Didn't work, right? Just didn't work. Went the other way and found Dusty May. Text line 505-246-0610. That's the Sports Animal Meineke on San Pedro. Text line, Travis says Mick Cronin had to be sick to his stomach. Couldn't figure out how to play or use Mara. What did Mara do? Nothing much except get a huge bag from Michigan and go on to win a national championship. Look, Adai Mara was terrific all year, and I thought he was a big difference yesterday. All right, you hit on Michael Malone, the former Denver Nuggets coach who won won an NBA championship in Denver. His daughter is on the volleyball team at North Carolina. Is the new head coach at North Carolina. Kind of a little bit of a detour. They went after Tommy Lloyd, as you just said, at Arizona. They made a run at Dusty May, it sounds like, at Michigan. Those guys said no. There's a big push for the UConn assistant. I just can't see Carolina being a first-time head coach. And so they bring back bring back to college Michael Malone. He was an assistant at Manhattan in 2001. He was assistant at Providence and Oakland back in the 90s. He's been on TV. Let me tell you why I think this hire's good. And you're going to tell me, well, look, man, they just tried this game with football. They tried it, same school, went with a out-of-work pro coach who brought him. It didn't work. I think this is a different out-of-work pro coach. First of all, I think this is a guy who's in his prime. I was stunned when he got fired in Denver. I obviously can coach international players, dude can coach ball. Dude can flat out coach ball. And here's the bottom line. JJ, when a coach wins a championship, it kind of elevates you to another level. Now, there's a higher level when you win multiple. Dude is an NBA champion in Denver. How many people can say that? One, right? One. I got a guy. You want to go to the NBA? I know how to get you there. I'm going to recruit foreign guys. Look what we did for Nikola Jokic. Jamal Murray's from Canada. I can get you there. I know the path. Yeah, I'm going to be hard on you, but I know how to win. I kind of love where they went with this. And, well, it came out of left field to you and me. At first, I'm like, what are they doing? And the more I sat and thought about it, the more I'm like, I kind of like it.
Yeah, from a coaching standpoint, Michael Malone's a dude. And he's a bit of a grinder.
Okay.
It's one of those that wasn't fully on board when Denver made the move because you had so much success. You won a championship. You were winning at a high level, but it was almost not quite to the extent, but a Tom Thibodeau type ending where you just felt like, okay, you're winning, but time to move on. And we're here now with Michael Malone going to North Carolina. And you have to realize that even though these dudes are getting paid, it's still a different element than the NBA. because you have your draft, you have your free agent process. When the players are on your roster, they're not going anywhere. And so we love to throw it out there. It's like pro sports. It's like pro sports. And you still have to adapt. It's not just as easy as I've coached in the NBA, so I can go in there and handle this because your player's getting paid. Yeah, your dude's getting paid and he's getting phone calls in the middle of the night. That's not happening in the NBA. So there's still stuff you have to adjust to. And Bill Belichick saw that firsthand of, okay, you might have some money, but you got to spend it the right way, and you still have to develop players to win.
Yeah, I think North Carolina football was starting a little further back than North Carolina basketball.
Oh, no question.
And so why, and this will be a really interesting year on the Belichick. Does it work this year, and is it going to get any different? North Carolina basketball isn't where they need to be, but they're not starting 2 laps behind. They've been going to the tournament. They were a 6 seed in the NCAA tournament this year. So now give me the same kind of talent and let Michael Malone, and this, I don't want to take a knock at Hubert Davis. I don't know if Hubert Davis is a good coach or if he's not. I mean, I know what the results were. I also know Hubert Davis got his first team to the NCAA final game of the year, right? He played for a championship. But give me a guy like Michael Malone, and let me see where this goes. I think it's a good hire. Look, every hire is a risk. And again, we just went through Ward Manuel stuff, right, at Michigan. Same guy that hired Dusty May, who just won a championship, hired Juwan Howard. It felt right. It didn't work. Same guy who hired Jim Harbaugh and Kyle Whittingham promoted Sharon Moore. It didn't work. So you do your due diligence, and you go and I've said this a million times, you hire someone and they got to go do their job, and that's your fate, right? But I like the hire. When we get back, I want to introduce you. Well, I don't want to introduce you to because he's not here. But who's Benny Shuck? He's the latest Lobo. Tall, versatile, Euro. And let's get into the portal a little bit. It hit the ladies as well. 505-246-0610. Got a friend who's got a yard who's immaculate, maybe a neighbor, a relative. You go over there and it's like, wow, this is awesome. Water feature, pavers, maybe a putting green, whatever it is. You want that for your landscape, you can have it. LaBarge Landscape can make that happen for you. It's now that time of year where we're all out in the yard. LaBarge Landscape is the place to call. I called them last summer. They took care of my yards. I love what they do. In fact, I'm going to talk to them about getting on a maintenance schedule. They'll do that for you as well. They'll come over a couple times a month or whatever it is you want. If you don't want to take care of the maintenance, you got a yard that got away from you. Maybe you need a cleanup. That's what they did for me. My grass was dying. My sprinklers weren't working. I had stuff growing. I didn't know what the hell it was. They came over and they literally took care of it. And I am stoked. Still love it. LaBarge Landscape is it. They've been doing it for 33 years in this market. And they've won the hearts of customers dreaming about gorgeous landscapes all around Albuquerque. They are family-owned, family-operated. They are licensed. They are bonded. They are insured. All of that means they do what they say they're going to do, and they do it incredibly well. And for me, they absolutely over-delivered. Call them now. You know what you want? They're going to take care of it for you. They're going to make that come to life. Not sure what you want, but you want something in that space. Their design team comes out, draws up sketches. You and your family get that landscape of your dreams. You're going to enjoy it for years. Go to their website, bounce around the gallery, see what they've done. And then I know you're going to want to call them. It's LaBarge, LaBarge, LaBargeLandscape.net. And then call them at 505-345-3000, 505-345-3000. Whether your landscape is, or your project is small or large. The answer is easy. It's LaBarge Landscape.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com.
0610. So, JT Rock, Tomislav Bullion in the portal for New Mexico. Giveth and taketh, and I told you, yes, just relax. Like it's all going to work out. The guy who put together that roster last year, that staff that put together Tomislav Bullion and JT Rock and everybody else, same guys out there, same staffs out there recruiting, and there's a zillion guys in the portal that can play, and international guys. You're going to be all right. You will. You got a 6'9" Australian coming in, Benjamin or Benny Shuck. Saw some video of him. It looks like kind of more of a swing than a post Euro. He played on the FIBA U20 Austria team. I said Australia. I meant Austria because it's very different. They're two different places. He showed potential, 13.5 points, 9 rebounds, almost 6 assists while starting for that team. He was with the senior national team. He played 27 minutes in the FIBA World Cup qualifier against the Netherlands, 15 points. Like I said, I saw some video. It looks like, he's got to put some weight on. Looks like a 19-year-old whose, body has still got to get in the weight room a little bit. But, by all intents and purposes and what I'm reading, sounds like a pretty good get and a pretty good start to, if you can hold on to your guards now. And you throw Benny Shuck in there, you're going to be okay.
You will be okay. It's always a bummer when you have dudes leave. I think the JT Rock one, people were holding out hope that he'd be able to slide in and be the starting 5 next year. And people pointed out, too, how much JT Rock was invested. And you saw him on the sidelines, and he was great with his teammates, the energy he brought with the fan base. And for him to jump in the portal, that just means that there's a bigger check somewhere. That's what that means. And
hope so. I hope so.
You tip your cap, but then you look at Shuck coming in, and I'm not too worried about him needing to get stronger because you have a player like that. You're not asking him to go be Thomas Abouillon. I think this is more in the mold of what Eric Olin wants to see. This that versatility, spacing the floor. It's what kind of Rock gave you at times, the ability to stretch the floor, have the ball in the high post. This guy should ultimately become a better passer with the style of game that he has. Playing through that high post, getting inside some, and just that versatile Euro big that you become used to seeing in the game that can score at multiple levels and also facilitate and move your offense.
Well, Euro bigs come in usually able to handle the ball because they have, right? That's their game. Where you get a guy at 6'9", I mean, not old, right? I don't want to stereotype and say all, but your typical 6'9" guy in the United States and doesn't handle the ball as well as maybe some of the Euros because that's how they've always played. So Shuck evidently was touring schools in the fall, according to Jeff Grammer's story. And he was here for the New Mexico Highlands game. They didn't really even get a good pitch, right? There's another Jeff says from Germany, who was on a recruiting visit, a guy named Finn Lastring, 6'11", that they're trying to recruit as well. So this is the way it's going to be. And we had, Jason, you weren't here yesterday. Grammer was in. We talked a lot about the transfers, and it got a lot of, the last hour was really active as far as people talking about the movement, the transfer portal, the way it is, man. I don't even want to say the way it's going to be. This is the way it is, and it's going to be year to year, more so than you ever imagined or wanted it to be. And
you get the feeling that for these players, they feel like if they don't enter the transfer portal, then they're missing out on something.
Yeah.
Because I look at, obviously following it closely too with the coaching change at the University of New Mexico on the women's basketball side, but there's 1,197 women's basketball players in the transfer portal, right?
1,197?
There is not money for 1,197 players to earn more than they did last year. Now, most of them are hoping to at least get something because most of these players got nothing. So I guess that's why you jump in the portal, but it's just like, goodness.
Well, I wonder, going in the portal too, what Eric Olin's theory is, and I'm not sure I know. Like, what if JT Rock says, I'd love to come back? Like Mason Falslove and Carson Templin just did at Utah State, right? They both went in the portal when they got the new coach, and they both yesterday said they're coming back. Templin was sixth man of the year in Mountain West, and Falslove was player of the year. And they've got a new coach there in Jacobson. And they both went in the portal, and days later, I mean, they didn't even really go in the portal, did they? It opened yesterday. They both came back. You were just talking about the ladies' side, and Lobo women lose their top rebounder portal.
Yeah, your top two forwards in Emma Najuma and Jessie Joachim entered, and I think some of that too was definitely the relationships that those two had with the prior coaching staff, but style of plays a 180. So Najuma, which is a bummer, 6'4", sophomore forward, saw a lot of talent there, but I could see maybe that not meshing. And she entered with a do not contact tag on her. So
what does that mean? That she has an idea where she wants to go?
Possible.
Which means she's already been contacted and has her thing.
Jessie's is interesting because I think with her athleticism, while she's not the shooter, could have played well in this style for Amy Egan, especially with the way she talked about wanting rebounding, and your top two rebounders are gone. But then you look, and there are 8 players from Lindenwood that entered the transfer portal, including their best guard who led the team in shooting from 3 with 96 made threes, 14 points, 3 assists per game. So gotta think one or two of those players might find their way to New Mexico.
One or two of them will find their way to New Mexico. It's interesting to me, right? So she doesn't take a chunk of her team here, does she?
I think she'd like to take one or two of them.
I think that's fine. So let me ask you this, and because I didn't watch. But you've seen teams from that league, and when New Mexico plays a team from the OVC, right? How much better is the talent here than it is? Basically, what I'm asking
the
you
Lobos
is,
are usually on top.
yeah, how would Lindenwood's team talent-wise have done in this?
That's
league?
why I think pinpointing one or two players, if
yes,
but not a chunk.
Yeah, you can't take. I mean, when Eck came over from Idaho, he pulled 7 guys with him, 7 out of a roster, whatever. But man, those guys could play like that. You know what I realized? The top of FCS wasn't that different from the Mountain West. I mean, the guys that he brought over, he had a quarterback, he had a defensive end, he had guys everywhere all over the field, right? That contributed. His middle linebacker was pretty dang good, wasn't he?
Not too shabby.
He ended up being Defensive Player of the Year in the Mountain West Conference. So
there's definitely pieces you can take. I'm not expecting a ton, but seeing especially the shooting they want, that's not necessarily the strength of this Lobo roster. I think Kaya Foster and Layla Abdul-Rakib would be a lot of fun to watch. They can keep those 2 players around, and as of now, they're not in the transfer portal for the Lobos. They would be sophomores next season. So we'll see. Introductory press conference tomorrow for the head coach, and roster building in progress.
All right, we got a break. 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimallabq.com. More on the portal. Big trade in the WNBA. 2 names in that league. One of them got traded. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Burger King.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies.
Listen to what they're doing for you right now. Vita Vital Medical is offering your initial exam and blood work for just $79. Guys, $79 to figure out why you're feeling like that. Take advantage of this. 505-537-8484. 505-537-8484. You can go online. VitaVitalMedical.com. That's V-I-D as in David A. V-I-T as in Thomas A-L. VitaVitalMedical.com. All right, you're in on the text line and on the email machine. Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com, JJ at sportsanimалabq.com, or the text line, the Sports Animal Meineke on San Pedro text line, 505-246-0610. Gopher said a state championship doesn't mean what it used to. Oh, it says yawn at the top. Jeff, a state championship doesn't mean what it used to. All I saw last night was Michigan's Mercenaries were better than the other 63 teams. Okay. Look, everybody sees what they see. You watched it. I saw a lot. UConn doesn't have that many transfers, right? A lot of guys stay there. Caravan's been there 4 years, right?
Won 2 national titles.
So that's a fair question, though. Does the NCAA tournament, one shining moment, the end of it, the Final Four, the championship, does it feel like it means less to you now than it did 4, 5, 6, 10 years ago?
Me personally, no, because I've adapted to the times.
Yeah, I don't think it does either. You know, guys, when they're wearing that uniform and they're out, whether they're competing for themselves in that uniform, I heard more post-game comments. Everything was about my teammates, both the men and the women's side. You know, everything was about, it's about my teammates, about my teammates. I don't know. But, no, I mean, if that's what you saw, like go for it. Cool. I mean, everybody sees what they see. I thoroughly enjoyed it. HB says, was Rockin' Rob Robbins born 30 years too early, Jeff? If Lobo fans are talking about needing an extra $1 million to keep an undersized guard, keep KT Rock, flipping KT Rock, how much NIL dough would a popular New Mexico player like Rockin' Rob Robbins have made today? How could have backed his old pickup truck from Farmington, New Mexico to South Campus and had RB fill it with George Washington? I guess I mean, I'm sure they all think, and he thinks it. They all, everybody played back. Sure they all. That's why they're all, you know, most of them are excited for guys that are making some money, right? But a guy like that who was local, I mean, what about Kenny from here? Rob from Farmington? Yeah, he'd have made a bunch of money. Would they have stayed? How would you have felt when Rob Robbins backed his truck up and took a bunch of your money, and the next year took his truck to Arizona where they got more money? How'd you felt then? Just ask. Well, he wouldn't have done that. Those guys wouldn't have done that. They were loyal. Right? Same dudes, different era, would have been different. Man. It would have been different. Who knows? I'm not telling you exactly what they would have done, but I mean, I'm going to guess. Okay, right?
Yeah, and it goes both ways. Put these guys back in that era, guess what? They're staying because they don't have a choice. Put those guys from this era and that era into new age college basketball, they're probably hitting a transfer portal to see what's going on.
Well, and like everybody's in the portal, man. How many guys, like percentage, do you think are going to go through their entire college career? So let's just call it 5 years and not be in the portal. I mean, like it's going to be a single-digit percentage.
I would say under 10%.
100%, you're right. Like almost everybody will experience the portal at some point in their college career in this era. And yes, that includes pick your favorite player who's here. I mean, look at San Diego State's roster, dude. Everybody loves living in San Diego, right? Bird, Compton, Guath. They're all who else? Somebody else. They're all gone. Did Harrington get in?
So much for the Pac-12,
right?
Keeping all your players around.
Well, Falslev and Templin stayed at Utah State.
Pool of Logan, Utah.
Yeah. I mean,
those guys will be the mayor.
God bless.
They'll probably serve back-to-back terms consecutively. Just rotate it with the way that they are in Logan. That's the way it is. The transfer portal's there, and you feel like if I'm not in the portal, I'm missing out.
I think that's right. All right. Got some NFL news for you. The Masters goes this week. I want to hear your thoughts on the game last night. Michigan over UConn, 69-63. Jesse Joachim. Say your name for me so I'm getting it right.
Jesse Joachim.
That's kind of what I said, I think. Jesse Joachim in the transfer portal. Leading rebounder for the University of New Mexico. It's the opening drive, JJ Buck and me, Jeff Symbieta, on 95.9 FM. And AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Now is the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Hail to the victors, Michigan 69, UConn 63. College basketball season came to an end last night in Indianapolis, Indiana. The Wolverines over the Huskies for their national championship. Elliot Cadeau is your most outstanding player of the Final Four. Trey McKinney hit the big shot for the Wolverines as UConn was coming back. Alex Karaban, 17 points, 11 rebounds for the Huskies, who were playing in their 3rd championship game in the last 4 seasons, but they fall short this time. First time Danny Hurley had lost in the NCAA tournament past the round of 16. Isn't that insanity to you? I just think about how hard it is to get there, but when he get there, he's never lost.
That is LeVar Ball territory.
Undefeated. Never lost. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com. JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. On the Sports Animal Maniki on San Pedro text line 505-246-0610. And Adrian's producing on TV on our Facebook page, the OD and the AM, and Xfinity Channel 26. Mike, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Mike.
Good morning, guys. Hopefully the signal's good. I'm going up in that hill real
Yeah, you're good.
Kind of a rough style area. But, you know, I kind of look at it, there's 2 losers, you know, and one is to be determined. And I say the players, you know, they may get paid millions and they're young and you know, you look at they're semi-pro. I mean, basically what we saw was a semi-pro game yesterday. You know, these weren't developed players at one school. They were dedicated to a school, and I get it. And really, they're victims, I think, of the process themselves. You know, time will tell if giving these kids millions of dollars when they're 18 and 19 years old pays out in the long run compared to the education they could have got and the rest of the story. The other one is you know, I went to those playoff games and I saw rock on some of the jerseys. The people that invested in those jerseys, they're the victims. I mean, are they going to wear it next year to a game? What do they do? Does it hang up in your closet forever? You know, do you need to be one of these T-shirt places, you have Velcro names that you can switch them out every year, so you don't have to buy a new jersey. I mean, you tell me really what's the answer? You know.
What do you do with like if you buy a Daniel Jones Giants jersey and then he goes to the Colts? What do you do with that one? Is it much different than that?
No, well, I think for me personally, so I guess if you're asking me personally, then I would say this. I would say that I have Elway. You know, he stuck around for a couple years. If you have a running back, you know, he's got 3 years with you guys. I think one and done. No, I don't buy those jerseys.
Yeah.
You know, I wait till I see that they have some investment in my team, and you know they've performed. And I think probably that's a good question. What's the time limit for wearing someone's jersey with your pro team or any team? And, you know, what's that limit? Mine might probably be 3 years.
Yeah, I think that's fair. You know, what do you do with it? And you may see some people wearing them next year. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I don't really recall. Were people wearing Donovan Dent jerseys in the pit this year? I don't know the answer, Mike, and it's a really fair question, and it's a good point. I think that, you know, the bigger point is valid. I want to go back to your first one because I think we're going to see over the years, and I don't know that we've got a big enough sample size yet, when student athletes go to 3-4 different schools, right? And JT is going to be on his third school. Will they get a degree? I hope they will, because you know they're making money. Hopefully, they're keeping some money. They're investing some money, but they're probably making more money now than they're ever going to make doing whatever desk job they're ever doing. So, will they get a degree? How many of them get a degree? Where are they when they're 32, 37 years old? What are they doing then? And how much of that money's left? And I think that's, you know, going to be the telltale. Now, is it going to make a difference? I don't think so. I think this is going to continue to go down the path in which it's going. But I think there's going to be some interesting results.
Well, I think money comes and goes. I mean, as you know, we're mature men, and we know, you know, you can create your own value, you know, and maybe to them this is it, you know, and so be it. Whatever it is. But I think it's ruined the game. I think it's, you know, to me, watching a coach so we're like semi-pro. We develop players, and then the pros take them over, right? We send them off to the big leagues, and you know, and that's cool. I guess it works when we're watching semi-pro baseball and hockey and everything else. But you know, I think in the college level, what I would expect is to see a developing team and watch players. You know, what you're going to see probably at the highest level is not bought players. Is going to be good players that happen to be developed. And you know, I think that process is in the works. But you know, as far as Rock goes, I really like him. I thought you know his upside is going to be huge for somebody.
Yeah, I hear that.
And
in
it's
your
not
voice.
and I don't blame him at all. I mean, I think they're victim of the process. And if it was any other way, we'd have picked these guys up. We'd have them for 3 years or so, and watch the development. And that's really what was exciting, to watch a team from freshman on, or red shirting, and then developing into you know, whatever the coach can create. You know. And now it's like, what can you buy? Yeah. And then what can you do with that product once you buy it?
Yeah. No, it's great. And I hear it in your
guys
voice.
Have a wonderful day.
You too, Mike. See you. Look, you can hear it in his voice. That one really bothers him, right? I mean, he liked JT Rock a lot. And I think a lot of people, I liked him personally, like the interactions that I had with him.
What's interesting, I'm sorry to cut you out there. JT Rock was a player. He's like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to have him. Where did JT Rock come from?
Iowa State.
And he didn't have to sit out a year. So you're saying, I love JT Rock, I hate the system. He used that system to come here, and then you fell in love with him, but he happened to leave. And that's the challenge, is you might not like the system, but the only reason you fell in love with JT Rock is because you had a transfer without sitting out from Iowa State.
Yeah, the portal taketh and the portal giveth. And that's kind of what I was saying yesterday. You know, you're going to get guys in here but you're only going to have them, you know, and to his point, a year. And there's a fair argument. Almost always, if you're a fan of a pro team and you get someone out of the portal, right, free agency, they're almost never sign a 1-year deal, right? Guys are there for multiple.
They don't want 1-year deals.
That's correct. So guys are there 2 to 3 years unless they get traded. But you get to root for someone for 2 to 3 years, and to his point, buy their damn jersey and think it's going to be worth something for a couple of years.
It's more accepted in pro sports with free agency and stuff that you move on. But to your point, you expect guys to be there for a couple of years because you sign contracts, your rookie deal, etc. All the things that go in with it. And I understand the frustration, and especially just with what happened. But we also did just go through a run, and I don't know if people appreciated it, with Patino and House stayed and Mashburn stayed. Dent stayed for 3 years. Like, so the Lobos had a pretty darn good run of people coming here and staying and seeing it out. Like, House and Mashburn didn't bounce.
Mash did eventually.
Yeah, well, but like that run,
right?
He came with
was
Patino.
Here 2 years or 3 years?
Here, it wasn't just one and done.
Yeah.
House,
House stayed.
Yeah. So it's the give and take. It feels, just because you had the coaching turnover, 100% roster turnover, and Boyan and Rock going in, like, oh my gosh, why us?
Well, it's why
it's
everybody.
Ebbs and flows.
It's why everybody. You weren't here yesterday when I said this, and I actually kind of curious what you think. The word loyalty just needs to be eliminated from the vernacular in regards to college athletics. Okay, just period. The only ones loyal are you, the fan, Mike, the dude buying the JT Rock jersey. Though you guys, that's where the loyalty starts and where it ends. And I was looking for a softer word that you're hoping for. And I came up with a word, appreciation. And I think that's where Lobo fan was hoping, and let's just work with JT Rock. They were hoping that JT Rock was going to be appreciative of the opportunity that he got here to play and to grow, right? Where he lingered on the bench at Iowa State. He didn't play. He didn't grow. He got an opportunity at New Mexico, played, and next year, and again, I haven't talked to Eric Olin or any of the coaching staff, but it feels like next year he was going to slide into that starting 5 spot and continue and build around it with those guards. And hell, I mean, you bring in Benny Shuck with that, and it feels like it's working, right? So I think Global Fan was hoping that he was going to be appreciative, not loyal, appreciative of that opportunity where he would continue to grow and then maybe go chase his bag the next year. But I think loyalty is just a word that we got to tackle.
And I've been on this for a while now. Is you root for the program, and then you enjoy the people while they're there. It's not ideal. It's frustrating to a lot of people, but this is college sport, and it's not one of it's you either are on board with it or you're not. Like, it's not changing right now. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And I thought what Mike brought up is what I think we can all agree with. Like, this is the system that the kids are using, these young adults, these student athletes. And as frustrating as it may be, I don't blame them. Because you know what? Hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood, if you're these players that get a decent-sized rev share in the NIL deal, you have the right people around you where they're not draining you.
Well,
It's not an agent in a bad spot. Because give me that early on in my life, and then I'll figure out the rest. Oh, no, I don't have my college degree right now. Fine. I'm sure I have great connections and can get into what I want. And if I want to go back and get it, I can get it.
I hope so.
Give me that opportunity now, as opposed to just a degree without the money.
Yeah, it's a hell of a start if it's used right. The other thing is, and this comparison, pro sports and college sports, this is where I think, well, I know I lean towards the one free transfer and then the second sit out that the president put into that executive order that I don't think is going to stand in court. But JJ, you just said, when we're talking about the free agency and the pros, nobody signs a 1-year deal. They're there 2-3 years, right? And you said, well, that's pros. Well, this is, define professional, getting paid to play, getting paid to do something, right? That's the definition of being a pro. I don't care if you're a professional banker, professional broadcaster, a professional prostitute. They get paid to do a service, right? They get paid to do something. These guys are getting paid to play basketball. I get it. We're not calling them pros, but essentially, like Mike just said, is it semi-pro? Yeah. And so to that point, what are you going to do about these 1-2-year deals?
I almost think you can't do anything about it because you're telling them you have 4 to 5 years to play. And it's a lot different.
Where the Windows doesn't have
to be like, oh, you need to sign multi-year deals. Well, you only have a 4 to 5 year window, which are pushing to, which I think we'll see more now that we're out of COVID
Yes.
and things like that,
Going
players
back.
not playing 8 years.
Freddie says, and this is kind of the other side of it, and he's not wrong, I don't like the transfer portal, but with this said, a scholarship from a coach or university isn't a 4-year commitment from said coach or university. They've always been season-to-season opportunities in the eyes of coaches. How many players have you seen coaches run off year after year? No, look, I don't know what the percentage is in the portal, but I think it would be higher than you think. Guys were in the portal because the coach said, yeah, you probably should go in the portal.
And I think a lot of that, too, is when it's posted like, hey, player X is in the portal after averaging 2 points per game. And then fans just rip this kid. They're like, what the heck is this? Who is this dope? And I'm like, that's probably the dude that's told to get in the portal.
Yeah, and go find another opportunity. And go play at Hartford or go play at Omaha. Right? I mean, how many guys right from here have done that and it gone and had good career and probably made a couple of bucks in the NIL world? So Mike's, you could hear the pain in Mike's voice because he really liked JT Rock. And I think the JT Rock one is bothering Lobo fan a lot because he was beyond like super humble. I did at least 2 and I think 3 of those post-game interviews with him when I was doing radio when he came up, and then got to spend some time in the commercial break with him. Impossible not to like his personality. Seemed humble, seemed appreciative, seemed gracious, and I'm sure he still is all of those things. Somebody got in his ear and said, hey, dude, the Grammer said yesterday he's probably $1 million guy on the market. Well, he can't make $1 million here. And bottom line is, if he was your son and he can make $1 million minus the 20% that goes to his agent, so he makes $800,000 minus taxes to go play somewhere next year and develop, you hope his game develops and you hope it works. But would you suggest to your son, hey, you should go do that? Probably would. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. ProView Networks. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
For making sports picks, who you want tonight? Jason Tatum, points, rebounds, and assists, more or less 39.5. You can do that tonight. Devin Booker, 19.5 points. Put your lineup together, have fun. There are a bunch of different ways to play, but the premise is easy. Pick more or less on stat projections. Put together a lineup of 2 to 6 players. When you're right, you win. Winning's fun. Stat players. So what does that mean? Pick your favorite player. Go with Wemby, because Wemby's always just play Wemby. You play rebounds, points, assists, all in one lineup. Baseball, hockey, soccer, tennis together. You can mix them up as well. How you play, how you win is up to you, but playing is the key. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the code KNML. Get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code KNML. $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. It is on Prize Picks, and it is good to be right.
Wemby bruised a rib last night. So let's keep an eye on that for the next couple
All
of days.
right. I will. I mean, did he leave the game? I didn't even see it. He did.
Yes.
I didn't even
Kind
see
of
that.
awkward contact mid-court, went down, was holding his side. So,
all right.
I'm going to watch for the next few days.
It's not like a Luka Doncic thing.
No, not as of yet. He's not flying overseas to get extra treatment.
How about that? Everybody's got to go overseas to get the treatment. Tiger, Luka, everybody. You don't have to go overseas to see something really, really cool. It is the Do Portugal Circus. It's going to be in Albuquerque, New Mexico, up on Coors and Montano. It's from April 10th through the 26th. There'll be a big tent out there, and you can go out there. It is our sweet deal today. You go to our website, sportsanimalabq.com. You click on the sweet deal logo and buy one, get one tickets to the Do Portugal Circus. $60 value for just $30. Aldo, Portugal. Is it Portugal? How do you say it?
Portugal.
It is Portugal.
Portugal.
Mi español es muy malo.
No,
Lo
está
siento,
bueno. I like that.
bastante palabras, pero look at Eva. What? How are you, Aldo?
Doing pretty good, man. I'm ready. I'm excited to be here.
Tell us about the Do Portugal Circus.
We have overseas performers like you were talking about.
Yeah.
We have performers from England. So we have performers from all over, from Chile,
Where's
from the
Eva
USA. Eva is from the USA, from New York.
Eva's your aerialist?
Eva is
Hi,
your
Eva.
aerialist.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you? Good. Go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, please. Like I said, we have performers from all over, from England, from the USA, from Chile, from Mexico. We have a full show, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it a lot, especially if you guys like sport. We have performers that are high-level athletes, trapeze, high wire, aerialists. The motorbikers are going to put you on the edge of your seat.
Really?
We have it all.
What do you do on the bikes?
I don't do the bikes. I fall.
You're like, hell no,
I don't get near the bikes.
Yeah, what are you? So you're the ringmaster.
I do ringmaster and trapeze.
And trapeze.
Yes, sir.
How do you get into that? So like, you're trapeze. You call it pure theatrical magic and high flying acrobatics. How does one become a circus performer?
You know, that's the special thing about it. Nobody has a straight line into it.
You mean you don't go into college and just say, I'm going to major in being a circus
That's
performer?
what we did. That's what they did.
All right, so maybe you do. So that's one way to get there.
That's one way.
Yeah, I spent 10 years in school.
Did you really? Where?
I went all over. I've been to schools in Vermont, Philadelphia, Mexico.
So were you an athlete? Were you a gymnast? How did you get into this? And Eva's their aerialist.
Yeah, I did dance. I did gymnastics. And then I transitioned into circus when I was in my teens.
So how'd you get turned on to it? Is it something you wanted to do, or did you kind of stumble across it? Or
no, I always wanted to do it.
You always want to be in the circus?
Yeah.
I freaking love it. How'd you become a ringmaster?
That one was me, the ringmaster got sick or someone was off, and they were like, okay, you speak a lot, you go in.
And you're in.
And they liked it, so I stay in.
How many languages do you speak?
Only two, Spanish and English.
All right. And then, but so the name is Portugal, but you're
Yes,
not
sir.
Portuguese.
I'm not Portuguese, unfortunately. No, I'm from Mexico.
All right.
Yeah, the last name is kind of unique, but I'm from Mexico. 5th generation on circus performance. So
No way. So you it's your family business. So you
Yes,
kind of
sir.
grew up in it.
Yes, we have performed in all of the countries from Panama all the way to USA.
Are your kids going to be in the circus?
If they want to.
All right. It's not requisite. It's not something that you
It's not, no, if you want to, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we are actually starting to do flying trapeze, and that was merit of us who wanted to put it in the show, not because we had.
So you do trapeze. You're an aerialist. I always wonder, okay, there's been injuries. What's the worst injury you guys have sustained?
To be honest, there are little itches on your little pains.
Yeah.
Like sometimes your shoulder pain a little bit, or your back if you didn't warm up properly for the show. But my worst injury was I broken my ankle.
Yeah.
No more than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what about you?
Thankfully, no injuries, but
I
just
love
the
that.
regular,
Aches
maybe
and
my
pains.
neck hurts, my back,
Yeah.
shoulders a little achy, but thankfully, no, nothing major.
You guys travel with it, obviously, with a medical crew and like maintainment, massage
Taking
therapists,
care
all
of
that
it.
stuff.
Actually, I broke my meniscus. I blew my meniscus on my knee. I had surgery on my knee
Yeah.
doing the clown.
Wait. That sounds really weird. Doing the clown.
Doing the
you
clown.
were the clown.
I was the clown, yes.
Okay, that sounded really.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure I clarified that. I know there's a language barrier here, and I just want to make sure we're all the same
No.
page.
I was the clown. I was the clown.
All right. So the Do Portugal Circus is the ultimate live entertainment experience. It's a stunning fusion of international talent, high-flying acrobatics, and pure theatrical magic. It's been captivating audiences. They've been doing this circus since 1994. So this isn't your traditional circus. It's Do Portugal Circus. Fast-paced. It's interactive. It's designed to pull you into the experience from the very first moment, making every seat in the house the best seat in the house. It's a celebration of diversity, artistry, and excitement. It's not just the circus. They're in the memory-making business. So go by and make yours with your memories with the Do Portugal Circus. It's going to be April 10th through the 26th out on Corso Montano. So you're setting up a tent up there, and
Big tent, man. Big tent, big
well, it's got to
traditional
be
tent.
big if it's a big circus. I mean, it's got to
Yes.
be a big old tent.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. You guys, I don't think you guys have seen nothing like our show before. Make some time.
Is there a
Take your
website
family.
that people can go take a look at it? And
Of course.
What is it?
The Portugal Circus USA.
That's D-O Portugal. If you do D-O Portugal, like the country, Do Portugal or USA.
USA.
So
the
like two
Portugal
countries.
Circus USA.
Do Portugal Circus USA.
Yeah. You guys can see photos, videos, reviews.
Yeah.
You guys are in for a treat.
All right, do that now because live on our website at 9:00 is your opportunity to get 2 for 1. It's buy one, get one tickets to the Do Portugal Circus. $60 value for $30. Go to our website, sportsanimалabq.com. You click on the sweet deal. I would do it right at 9:00 because I think these are going to go pretty quickly. This is really cool. And again, it's running April 10th through the 26th at Corso Montano. There'll be a big tent out there. Take advantage of this. This is going to be really cool. I think if Aldo and Eva perform as well as they did here, you're gonna have a great time. It's great to meet both of you. Best of luck. Continued success in the circus business.
Thank you so
and
much,
have
man.
fun here in Albuquerque.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420.
Indianapolis, the Michigan Wolverines are the champions on the men's side of college basketball after beating Connecticut 69-63. Hail to the victors. Elliot Cadeau, Michigan's guard, was named the most outstanding player of the Final Four. Michigan 69, UConn 63 for the championship of college basketball. North Carolina has a new head men's basketball coach, and it's former Denver Nuggets coach Michael Malone. Malone, whose daughter plays volleyball at UNC, has been doing television work since being fired as the Nuggets head coach. He'll take over in Chapel Hill. Lobos have a new big man, 6'9", Benjamin Schuck has signed. He's been playing in Austria. Benny, as he goes by, has been playing for the under-20 Austrian team. He is the latest Lobo to sign. Of course, in the last couple of days, Lobos lost two big guys, JT Rock and Tomislav Buljan, have gone into the transfer portal. And the Lady Lobos lose their leading rebounder into the portal. Jessie Joachim announced that she is going into the transfer portal. Want more? We're talking sports. Over on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal, I'm Jeff Symbieta.
Or visit International Protective Service. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Portugal. That was cool, man. I always wondered how people get into the circus. I was like, I always wanted to get into it. It was like a gymnast. Yeah. Great. All right, it's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Let's go 505-246-0610. Been talking a lot about the transfer portal. Talking a lot about Michigan's win 69-63 over UConn last night to claim the college basketball national championship. Dan's in. He says, I got a Mike Bradbury hot take. Jeffrey and returning Juan Jose. The 4,500 announced are great, but at the end of the day, I don't think he ever accepted the fishbowl of the criticism over the non-conference schedule. I don't think he ever got comfortable to having come on the postgame show. I think he missed the anonymity of Wright State, where he could beat nobody, or he could beat 20 nobodies every year and play the WNIT. The 500 who cared about Lady Raiders women's basketball were fine with it. At Louisville, he can make bank and not have to deal with the media, walk around Cardinal campus, and most folks won't have an idea who he is. You might have a better take than I. I don't know that I think Dan's totally off. I don't know that Mike ever got comfortable with the profile that the women's program had. I think he appreciated it. I think that he liked the fact that people came out and watched. I don't know that I think he liked necessarily or got comfortable with the media obligations. Now, I will push back a little bit on the schedule. I thought he attempted to put together a hell of a schedule this year, right? I mean, what did you play? How many Big 12 teams? And not everybody cooperated because Arizona wasn't very good and some of these teams weren't very good. But that was always my take with Mike. I never thought he felt comfortable with the profile that the program had.
Yeah, they played 5 Big 12 teams.
Yeah, I mean, what more do you want?
And they understood with the non-conference schedule needed a little more oomph, and you tried to see that over the last few years. And I think Mike Bradbury wasn't the one that was going to go out there and do extra to promote his program. And this is a market where that matters. Like that, if you're doing whether it's social media posts or I don't know, just bouncing around, being visible, people will acknowledge that.
All right. It's interesting. I like Mike. You liked him, right? You got along with him.
Yeah, we had a fine relationship. It's with anything new, takes some time to kind of learn tendencies, what people like, and it wasn't. I wasn't able to sit down with Mike for 10 minutes after games, but
he would just come over. You'd fire 2-3 quick questions at him. He'd get the hell out of there, right?
Yes. But in terms of our pregame conversations or conversations I had with him off the air, it was fine. But I understand that stuff doesn't translate then to the family.
Look, everybody isn't warm and fuzzy. Dan Hurley isn't warm and fuzzy. Dusty May might, right? Trying to think of Mick Cronin's not warm.
I think Eric Olden's in an interesting spot right now for some Lobo fans.
Well, and he's in like, all right, is he warmer and fuzzier than Bradbury? Probably. Not quite as warm and fuzzy as Pitino. That what?
Just kind of is not going to overextend his answers. Stuff like that.
Again, I'm going to get into this because I'm going back to that guy who doesn't like him because he sips his water too much, right? And what did we decide? You're doing about 7 to 9 extended media sessions a week. Okay? Explanation, not excuse. Understood that part of your highly compensated salary is to deal with it. Okay? Understood. And some guys embrace it, some guys deal with it. But how much do you want him to say without giving away his game plan? Right? But when you say he does, there's 2 games a week. So he does a pregame presser for every game. He does a pregame interview with Portnoy for every game. He does a post-game, right, for every game. So we're up to 6. Then and he does a post-game radio for every game. Then he does a post-game media session. So we're up to 8. And then if he does one of our show or Kenny's show or another radio station, so he's doing, let's just say 8 to 12 extended media sessions per week. All right.
I don't think people are worried about the media.
Well, but it's the whole how he comes across and the way he answers.
Sure, but everyone and a lot of the reaction to Amy Egan is this person going to be out in the community? Okay, well, what does that mean to you?
All right.
Because that doesn't mean it can show up at every single place and interact with every single person. So what is that going to mean? Does it mean, because how do you come across better in those situations? 1, right, to kind of what you're laying out. 2, is it just doing more social media?
Like Patino did that, right? That was Patino's thing, and he would banter back and forth with grammar and
well, not even that. It's like the quick videos, like Jason Eck when they posted him saying,
but
"Go Lobos."
Eck's not doing that himself. That's the department doing that. Now, why? And I'll lean on the department. Now, does Eric say, "Yeah, I don't have time for that crap"? I doubt he says that. If they came to him, don't you like Casey and that whole crew over there? They were brilliant with what they did with Eck. I'm kind of curious why they didn't do more of that with basketball.
Because that's the stuff that I'm thinking about, of when people say being more open, getting out in the community. Is it showing up to what, and especially you have limitations during the season, so this is going to be a big summer.
I think that's
to figure
right.
out what does that mean, getting out in the community.
Look, what they did with Eck on the social media, the non-football stuff. Now, number one reason people love Eck and why they are the royal family of the state is because they went 9-4 and went to a bowl game and tied for a conference championship. Let's be very clear, all right? He did something around here that people just, nobody ever thought they could do before. Nobody's seen anything like it before, right? But couple that, the winning, with all the videos and everything he's been willing to do, and his personality doing it, and his genuine nature. I don't know why they didn't do that with Eric. And I don't believe Eric said, yeah, I'm not going to do any of that. Now, maybe he did. I doubt that. But I think that would have probably helped his image.
Don't take it for granted. And I know they don't over there. But men's basketball, women's basketball, it's something that you still have to push, especially on the women's side right now.
Well, we'll see what they do with Amy. They're going to introduce her tomorrow. Sarah says, I'm a nervous Lady Lobos fan. I'm not talking about the diehards like Rudy C. and Fred, but the casual fringe fans don't want to see the Lady Lobos become Lindenwood West with what they perceive are lower level coaches and players. Players, look, if you bring a couple over, I got no problem. Now, if you, to your point, 8 of them come over, it's going to be a hard sell. But if she brings 2 of her top players over and loads up her roster and keeps a core of what she got, I mean, they did win a conference championship over there, right?
Had a higher net ranking than the Lobos last year.
I mean, eat that for a second. But yeah, you know what? I haven't even thought about it in that respect, JJ. With all the effort that UNM and I say the department put into X image, right? All the videos, and a lot of it was with Fernando Lobo. Remember when they did the free Kids for Free thing and the video?
Was amazing.
It was really, really good. Eck was good. And I'm kind of curious why they didn't do more of that with Eric. Because it went so far in raising his image beyond just a basketball coach. You know, back when I was, and I don't know if this is totally analogous or not. When I started at Channel 7, Terry McDermott he was the sports director, played for the Dukes, played for the Dodgers, had been there 17 years. was off the charts, the most popular sports guy in this town. Right. And then I was there 6 months as the weekend guy, and Terry went over to Intel, and I got that job. And so I was stepping into a position replacing a guy who was insanely popular. And Mary Lynn Roper, the general manager at the time, said she wanted me to do these things called I Challenge Jeff. And it was kind of Terry's thing. And I took him over. And so every Saturday we would air me being a human being, basically out.
Love it.
Right. And so what it did for me, it made me more than just that guy behind the desk, showed personality, and it obviously helped my Q rating and helped the television station. But it's the same concept. It gets you out of the context of just that one piece, right? He wasn't just a football coach. I wasn't just a sports guy. I was the guy that was out climbing, going boxing with a pro boxer, walking down the side of a building, playing caroms at the senior center, playing tennis with a kid, whatever, right? Jason Eck was the guy, not just a football coach, but he was the guy out in the community in lowriders or going out and doing stuff. I wonder why they didn't do that with Eric. I mean, do you know why? I never even thought of it. Well, all right. 505-246-0610. That's not where I expect. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is
International
sponsored by
Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way.
Air Center on San Pedro text line 505-246-0610. Meineke on San Pedro, doing car care right.
Opening drives on 95.9 FM and AM 690 Sports. Seattle, Michigan, 69. Dude, I haven't heard from the child since the game. Like, you think she's all right? Did I text her? I got pictures from the bar. I'm texting her right now. Are you alive? How was the celebration? She was like, okay, we're going from the bar to South Quad or whatever the hell they're doing. All right, 505-246-0610. Edward, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. What's good?
Good morning, gentlemen. Addie living her best life out there.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yes.
7 years at college and then best time of my life, and then I got into my sophomore year.
That's right. Look, man, I did 5 years of camp as well, so.
That's what Dan Deerdorf said on Monday Night Football. He went to Michigan, actually, and he said, 4 years at Michigan, the greatest time of my life. Then I got into my sophomore year.
That's funny.
Hey, last night was a keen observation, and one of your callers yesterday said something very astute that I paid attention to, and I'll comment on that. But Old Krzyzewski's kind of chirping in now because Michigan is the first national champion basketball team that all five starters were first-year transfers, right? And that's the game. That's the game we're playing. And as soon as you acknowledge that and you jump in and leverage the systems that are in place to your advantage, which is what that Coach May did. He's a great coach. I'm not against it. I thought that team was amazing, and as was Connecticut. And if that guy would have hit that layup at the end, I think things would have tightened up even more.
Man, it would have been a 4-point game instead of a 9-point game. Yeah, that was the sequence that put that thing away.
Yeah, absolutely, after that swing. But it would have been interesting to see if Caravan could have been another champion and won 3 in his career and been an elite company, right, with Walton and Kareem. And whoever else has won 3 and 4. Most of them are UCLA players. But, in reference to UNM, I thought they had a tremendous year. And I've said this for a long time now, well over a decade. I think, just move the athletic department under the finance department of the university. Because what we saw last night with Michigan is really their 1-year contract employees, the athletes, that happen to wear a jersey that says has a university's name on it, right? And that's okay. I'm totally fine with it because it's about entertainment value for me. And I was vastly entertained with this tournament. But like UNM, your caller yesterday said, well, where's the loyalty? And I don't want to misquote him, just paraphrasing. But I think there was loyalty. All the players that played for UNM this year, they played for whatever compensation they got, and they were loyal to their contract. And now some of them are electing to leave, and some of them are electing to stay. And that's what sports is. It's no different. The way I look at teams like UNM for entertainment value, it's like going to a concert or going to a movie. And if they can assimilate a good team, really their coach is a general contractor, and he has a certain budget. And can he subcontract out what he needs to get done to complete the project, which is a 1-year season? That's exactly where we are in sports. And I think the quicker people get to that notion, then they won't struggle with, hey, we're being left out in the cold. Your story about being at I Challenge Jeff is about relatability. And Colin Cowherd talked about this with certain athletes. He said that, like, Peyton Manning was more relatable, right? Tom Brady wasn't relatable. He was married to a supermodel. He was sponsored by Aston Martin and $400,000 watches. The layperson in America can't relate to that. But Peyton Manning did Buick and Papa John's Pizza, and and he's fun and kind of goofy, and the average person in America can relate to that. So there's credence to what you're saying about people being likable and more relatable, and people can attach themselves to that. So
that's
great
good
point, Jeff. Have a great day.
Appreciate you. No, it's that's what it was all about. I mean, it was just for me. And it made sense. Get him out, and he's more than just a sports guy. Get him out there and have him rappel down the side of a building or go box or play soccer with a kid. And it's the X thing. He's not just a football coach. He's out there in low riders or in a restaurant, or he's a human being. Dan, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. How you living, Dan?
Good morning, guys.
Hello,
Living
Daniel.
pretty good today. I'm vertical for another day.
Attaboy.
Hey, I'm trying real hard, Jeff. Hey, Eck just seems like, like he's curious about our culture and our community. He seems like he really wants to be part of it and get out there. He's, he's boisterous and big, and he's he just seems more like he wants to be out in the community than, like Eric seems more so conservative and
well, maybe Dan, maybe I don't know, maybe, but I'm gonna guess Eck didn't initiate all those videos, right? That came from Casey and that whole department. And I'm wondering, did they go to Eric and he said, no, I'm not gonna do it? I doubt that. Why didn't they do as much with Eric, who also was a new coach and it's Global Basketball, and to work, on the perception of his personality, and have him do a couple of those videos? I gotta believe he would have done it.
Well, and we're just out here waiting for them to do something. I think the community be super receptive to
Hell
that,
yes. Hell yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would love to meet the guy and just, give him a few of my little stupid opinions. But, yeah, it just seemed like maybe.
Where'd he go? I didn't do that. He's still there. All right. Dan faded into the into the dust. What do you say? I'd love to admit the guy and give him a few of my stupid opinions.
Well, maybe that's why he's like,
I get it now. Like Dan's opinions are great, right?
And it's also outside of the videos. It's easy to see Eck and his family at a basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
It's harder to notice that at a football.
Yeah, yeah. And they're, you see them coming in, right? Him and Kimberly and the kids come in, Lola's with them, and they make their grand entrance, and everybody, and he stops and shakes every hand, and she does too, and she's great, and they get it. No, look, Eric or Jason's been great. Like he's as genuine as he comes across. I go back to when the day he was hired. Remember I told you what Dennis Patchen, the voice of Idaho, told me? If you don't like Eck, there's a problem with you. You're gonna love it. And yeah. But my all I'm saying is I wonder why, and I don't know the answer, and I'm sure there is one, or maybe there isn't. With all the video and all the effort that department put into hoisting Jason's profile, personality, likability, why they didn't do? I mean, did you see any of those with Eric? Why just football? I'll find you an answer. Okay? All right, another hour to go. 505-246-0610. A bunch from you. We can talk some football. And are mid-majors dead? What is that headline? Is that for women's basketball? Are mid-majors dead? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Hour.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world...
Now is the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Well, I just saw the pictures of the celebration, the fireworks in Ann Arbor last night. Michigan, the only school this decade to win a football and basketball national championship. 69-63. The Wolverines over the Huskies of UConn, and hail to the victors. Bless. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck, 505-246-0610 if you want to get in. Love to hear from you today. 505-246-0610. You can send us an email. That's your preferred way getting in. Jeff or JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. And we're on the Facebook, the OD and the AM. Adrian's producing on TV, Xfinity Channel 26. Hey, we want to give you a backyard glow up. Make your backyard the envy of the neighborhood. Amazing prizes. How about a hot tub from Jacuzzi Cal Spas of New Mexico? an irrigation package from Shelley Landscaping, beautiful pottery from Jackalope, a $10,000 gift certificate towards your dream putting green from Sinlawn, and we'll keep the bugs away. Preventive pest control has you covered there. We're going to give you a keyword every day. This is like a $30,000 package. Somebody's going to win this. So here's the keyword. Take this keyword. The word is roots. 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 Text the word roots now to 505-246-0610. 505-246-0610. The word is roots, and you will be entered to win this backyard glow up. JJ, that sounds amazing.
I'm jealous.
Yes.
That is amazing.
Yes. And you are not eligible to win. Like you are, but JJ's norm. All right, 505-246-0610. Bourne wants to know if Addie is in the portal. He says, is Addison Symbieta in the portal? Yeah. She experienced good footy this year. Basketball just won the belt. Those are things she'll never forget. But it's going to be 40 degrees in Ann Arbor today as the 6th month of winter begins. Now that she's experienced the top, is it time to find a warmer school where she can thaw out? Man, I think what we got figured out is I think next year she does football season, maybe go abroad for the cold semester, study abroad next year. You think she's living her life right now?
Absolutely.
Actually, I'm going to be there to celebrate. I'm going to be there this weekend. I'll bet Ann Arbor's going to be off the chain this week. When do you think they do the parade?
Probably when you get there.
It'll be pretty fun. Yeah. Bourne, at least she hasn't, not that it matters because she's a grown ass adult, but no, I don't believe she's in the portal yet. But that's the only school to have won a football and basketball strap this day.
The Big Ten taking over.
All right. That's a conversation. Has the Big Ten surpassed the SEC? Football and basketball. It was the SEC for about a decade, right? It was Alabama and everybody else in football. The last three champions in football have been Indiana, Ohio State, and Michigan. Big Ten, Big Ten, Big Ten. Who's the last SEC team to win a basketball? It was Florida, right? That would be last Florida. Baseball still seems to be the SEC, and I think baseball will remain to be the SEC, just the warm weather. But yeah, that's an actual absolutely fair question. All right, we can get into the signing. Benny Schuck, 6'9" Austrian, signs with the University of New Mexico basketball. Travis is in. Great signing of Schuck by the Lobos. Lobos want to go chase international talent. I completely support that. This year, we saw success Illinois had with a team comprised of largely international Eastern European. We've heard for years from NBA and AAU coaches how U.S. players have started to tend to struggle playing defense and only want to play one-on-one, whereas international players tend to play more physical and have more versatile skill set. Throughout the season, I called Illinois the Vitch team in honor of their roster makeup. Wouldn't be a bad move for the Lobos to go in the same direction, especially with Olin's system. Look, find your talent where you can find it. And if you can win with international talent, and Illinois is absolutely that model, right?
Yeah, they did a very good job. And also, playing pro ball in Spain, a lot of good players coming out of it.
Go find the talent where you can find it. Hey, Jeff, have you thought that maybe all those videos and all that social media stuff was maybe Coach X's idea and maybe not so much Lovo? Yeah, I know I did think that. And I'm sure that was partial. I'm not saying he wasn't in on that. But I know that they've given a lot of the credit to Casey and the creative team and everything that's gone over there. No, I'm sure X had a lot to do with that. Okay, so let's say he did. Let's say if it was all him. I don't know that it was. But then why not suggest it to basketball? That's all I'm saying. You had so much success with the videos and the other stuff in regards to the, what's the word I'm looking for, JJ? The equivalent of Q rating. How about the popularity, the general popularity of your football?
No, the views on social.
Yeah, but it totally played into, like, Eck walks into the building, man, and people just raise. Everybody wants to shake his hand and wants to be part of the Eck family. I told you I was standing in the concourse at the Thomas and Mack Center before the Friday night game against San Diego State. I think it was that. Could have been the night before. I was pretty sure it was San Diego State. And watching the X walk through, and he shook every hand. Kimberly shook every hand. This was in Vegas. I mean, it just insanely contributed to the popularity of this head coach. And to your point, maybe it was all his idea. I don't know that it was or wasn't. But whomever came up with the idea, why, when you saw the popularity, then why not do that for women's basketball, for men's basketball?
You hope to see more of it. You do. It worked. People notice it. When it's on social media, it gets in front of a lot of people.
Yeah.
Now, they were back it up because they were awesome videos. And the ticket one, with playing off The Office, was wonderful.
It was great.
And then they went out there and won game.
And they won game. But so did basketball. Yeah. So did basketball. And if you're doing that and you're getting beat, it probably brings a little more hollow than. But they all had success. Global women's basketball won 20-something games. Global men's basketball was competing for a league championship. Yeah, it would have all been the same formula. Terry, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Terry.
Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, JJ. Hope you're feeling better, JJ, and everything getting better, going whatever, out one direction or the other. Just to clarify, Austria is east of the Mississippi, and Australia is west of the Mississippi. You know, we had a geography thing last week.
That's good, man. That's funny.
Yeah. So we're jumping in also for Edward. I know he's an expert, but I know he was listening last night when I yelled at the TV and the guy was wrong. Bill Walton only won 2 titles at UCLA. In '74, they lost to that awesome North Carolina State team that had David Thompson and Tom Garlison and Monty Powell and all that. And that actually helped when the ACC championship game where NC State beat Maryland in overtime, which kind of helped create allowing more than one team into the tournament, because that was like a 100-something to 100-something overtime game, and they realized, well, maybe more than one team in a conference deserves to go. Now, I take the side where you say on education, I go back to Steve Logan, who was a senior for UNM, but as long as that first semester he had a 0.0 GPA, nobody cared as long as he stayed as a Lobo. So education wasn't so great there. Michael Cooper, how's he used his degree? Oh, well.
He's doing all right.
Players Patino ran off. Mutually agreed to leave about whether they got their education or not. I had a poor football player come to me when I was working for the state, and he had played, and I said, well, are you close to getting a degree? So those could try to help him out, that any degree could help him get a state job. He goes, no, I'm not even close. So unfortunately, there are levels of, yes, a lot of guys take advantage and get their degrees, but I don't know. So
you can find the story of either way. I mean, nothing's absolute, right? There's always
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have it some, and then, like I say, from Michigan and all the transfers and the money they can put in, if it's used right, some of those guys are making more money than I made in my whole career at the state and in their couple of years. And so, wish them well. So, that standpoint, I do wish, I think, whether yourself or JJ mentioned, I wish they would have like 2-year contracts. And then legally hold people to it, and not just grovel.
What if it doesn't work? Can the team get out of it? Like let's just say you signed a JUCO All-American to the richest contract on your team, and he doesn't live up to it, and you want to get out of it. Can you get out of it that way?
Well, that's one thing to go to court. You just write him a check for his senior year money and say, bye. We'll give you your $400,000, but we're saying we're releasing you.
Right.
So yeah, it's a two-way street because there's guys you don't necessarily want to come back, and so I mean it's happening at KU. They only got 2 or 3 guys left. Their whole team now. There's twofold to going into the portal. One, there are a certain amount of players wanting to go through that NBA pre-camp to get evaluated, and then whether they go back to their school or to a different school, want to know where they rank. And there's others just looking for a different place. And now JJ can, when he can get into it, he's the expert, and I'm not, about how it ranks for women and the money they get, whether top 10 schools get so much, next level, are they looking at 50,000, 75,000, whatnot? You know, there's a very few, like the Texas Tech pitcher who got $1 million. But I did, you know, what at this level is looking like would be a good NIL. And I was thinking, what of that 1.75? If they got 150, 200,000, would that help the women? Would that be enough to make them get competitive or not? I don't know. No. So JJ can chime in on that, and I'll let it be. But you guys have a great day. Tell Addie congratulations. You can ride her coattails, but it's Addie's victory, Dad.
All right. See you, man. All right. Harry, Rudy, stay there. I'm late for super late for this break. We'll get to you when we get back on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports.
You're listening to the Jim Rome Show.
I'm not here to...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Albuquerque's leader in sport.
Doing car care right.
Today is the day John Thomas Jewelers opens up that brand new, beautiful showroom. Because they've been doing this for 13 years. Been the trusted name in bridal jewelry. They're going to be at 10501 Montgomery North, right between Dion's and El Patron. John Thomas Jewelers, 5-time best jeweler in Albuquerque, 3-time fastest growing jeweler in New Mexico, the only IJO master jeweler in the city, and my jewelry store. They are yours. Well, they will be. The second you walk in the door, you're going to understand why. Now they built something even more worthy of all that trust, a brand new 4,000 square foot state-of-the-art showroom featuring a dedicated bridal bar, a private diamond viewing area, and a glass enclosed lab where you can watch your ring come to life from concept to custom creation right before your eyes. It's jewelry the way it should be, transparent, innovative, and uniquely yours. It's John Thomas Jewelers, the only jeweler in Albuquerque offering a lifetime free nationwide warranty in the exclusive home of the No Regrets engagement ring, because when the moment comes, hesitation has no place. Go by, see them at their stunning new showroom. Second floor at 10501 Montgomery Northeast. It's between Dion's and El Patron, and it opens today. John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Go back to you at 505-246-0610. Harry, thanks for holding. You're on the Sports Animal. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I'd just like to mention your comment that you made about those videos. I think that should be brought up to Ryan Berryman, that, that should be done for all sports. I think that would help put a lot more butts in the seat.
Well, I just think it helps the overall image of the program and the coach, right? I just think it's gone a long way. Eck is Eck. Like, Eck was going to be liked, but I think that just extended him beyond a football coach, and people who just weren't hardcore Lobo football fans are going to take a look at it. And I think you got more. I think it did everything it was supposed to do. It raised his popularity and hence the popularity of your program, and more people came and watched it. And yes, winning was the key to it.
Definitely. Yeah, hopefully Ryan can just turn it up, because I think he did a great job by doing that, and just keep it up. Whoever was behind that, just keep it up.
Right on. Thanks, Harry.
Guys.
See you.
Bye-bye.
All right. So our next caller, undergraduate degree at UNM, law degree at Michigan. Hail to the victors. Saw him yesterday wearing all his Michigan garb. I mean, your national championships are nice. Good morning, Rick.
They're great. There's a picture of me when I was in school. We had beaten Ohio State to go to the Rose Bowl, and it's the same kind of vibe. And there was an impromptu parade, but the difference is it's probably like 5 degrees outside when we're out there, and there are people pulling kegs and just going down the street and pouring beers for people. Ann Arbor is a great sports town, and I'm sure Addie is just having a blast. It's so much fun.
As it should be, man. Yep, she's living it like it should be lived. Yep.
Well, and then here's Dusty May. Woke up at 12:01 to start looking at the transfer portal.
His job. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure.
Woke up.
Eric
Hell, he
Owen
didn't go to bed.
coaches.
Woke up. My tuchus. He woke up. He was still up. Dan Hurley said the same thing. He's like, what time is it? Oh, the portal's open. Like, yeah, both those guys figured, we got to go back to work.
Well, when you can have 5 transfers and somebody started the mercenary, hey, they ran Cadet out of North Carolina.
Yeah, I need to make this.
There's Yaxel, everybody wanted him. I don't know if people know this, but he visited UNM.
Yep, we've been talking about that.
Patino went after him. Could you imagine if we'd have gotten Lindbergh here at UNM? That would have been a wild year.
Then you'd
but
have
I
been
think
pissed
what
off when he left.
Olin has hit on, you got to hit the portal, and you got to use it to your advantage. Every school is going to do that, and it's just what you can get out of it. This first guy, Benjamin Shucks, is that how he pronounced his name?
Shuck. Yeah, Benny Shuck.
Well, I mean, there's a double-double guy right off the bat. He averages 13 points and 9.1 rebounds, call it 10. So that's going to be fun to see how that is done. And my final thought is you have to do within your personality, and I think that's just Eric Olin's laid-back personality. I mean, nobody really knew about University of San Diego in the San Diego area that much. They flew under the radar even in his hometown because of all the other schools. But I think here it would be nice to see that. But I don't know that that's in Eric Owen's personality. It is in Jason Eck's personality to do those videos, to do all that stuff. So I think you got to be true to yourself. Otherwise, it looks phony. And while I'd like to see that stuff, it's got to be done the right way.
Yeah, and I don't know that Eric would have said no to doing it. I mean, I think he gets it, and I think he probably would have been really good at it. I think his personality is pretty good. So, all right, man.
We'll see going forward, what happens. But congratulations to the victors, and tell Addie no class for the rest of the week.
Yeah, I think they called it off. Yeah, and then Dad's coming to town. All right, see you, man.
And it doesn't have to be like a 4-minute skit.
That's right.
Like that was specifically to announce, the free tickets for kids to football game. But it's behind the scenes things, getting players out there a little bit, a mic'd up, couple interviews, things like that to push across.
Can I go back to the transfer thing? And, the Michigan, they got all the money, they bought all the transfers. Look, man, Yaxel Luxembourg, he was highly recruited coming out of UAB. But let's be real. They got a dude that didn't get any playing time at UCLA. They got a guy from UAB who spent 3 years at Western Arizona. They got a guy, in your words, at Cadeau, who wasn't very good, right? Or how did you say it? It didn't work at Carolina? He got pushed out at North Carolina. Yeah. So it's not like they went out and raided a bunch of rosters and threw a chunk of money. In fact, if you look at, and these things aren't public, but the people who claim to know what the NIL budgets are, Michigan isn't in basketball in the top 5, top 10, Texas Tech throwing money around. It's not like they went out and raided everybody's roster. Dusty May did a hell of a job in the portal with guys who were looking for another chance that it didn't work. Yeah, they're from UCLA, North Carolina, but it's not like they were the stars at UCLA or North Carolina.
No, what's impressive is building that chemistry and getting the players to play at a national championship level in year one. Like, it's not an underdog story. It's not, oh my gosh, like these are 4- and 5-star guys. But what's impressive in this is to get them to play together at that high level. That's what you're going to be looking for from coaches now. Not necessarily, get a guy, develop him, because it's, all right, when you have the guys, how quickly can you gel this roster?
I think that's the key to it, right? But I'm listening. Well, Michigan, I mean, they got all the money. They got money. They do. Like, there's no woe is me underdog story. But this isn't them going out and raiding everybody else's.
No, all these dudes are in the portal.
Yeah, and for a reason. Adai Mara didn't play much.
You look at that dude last year. He played 13 minutes a game at UCLA.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Right.
What were you doing?
Yeah. Oh, me being McCrone. Yeah. Right. And then that guy turns into what he was there. Yaxel Luxembourg was playing at UAB. Right. Cadeau, to your point, pushed out at North Carolina. So they didn't go raid rosters. He did a hell of a job in the portal finding guys that worked for him, worked in that system, put that thing together, and won a national. They have money? Yeah, they had money. Did they have the top money? They did not. And they figured this thing out and got it. 505-246-0610. Keep them coming on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 These Sports.
Lobo legend.
From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient. They're easy to maintain.
I'm talking about the videos and what they did with Eck and why not do it with Bradbury and Olin. Doesn't have to be the exact same thing. Do it to their comfort. I'm going to guess, and again, I know I'm guessing and I haven't had the conversation, but don't you think, even if you know, one's an introvert or whatever personality, don't you think that they would be willing to do something to up the exposure, the perception, hence the value of their program?
Yes. And in basketball, it's easier to get the players involved because your roster's not as large. Do a lot of the stuff because they had, I know men's basketball had a couple people roll through town, like YouTubers and stuff. And so they got exposure that way. Well, there's some of that stuff you could do in-house as well with players and doing tours, doing a little behind-the-scenes stuff, and just getting stuff out there, because it's a part of this era where things pop on social media. That buzz does come back to your program, and they hope you're able to back it up with wins, and thus you sell tickets.
Patricia, and Patricia, thanks you for the email. I don't know that I've seen many from you, and keep them coming. She says, just videos by Olin. She says, just a thought, maybe Eric is more of an introvert, and that's not his thing. As more of an introvert myself, just a thought. Totally appreciate that. And so that's what I was saying. So you can tailor it to fit the personality. It doesn't have to be like that. I just think, and again, if I'm wrong, I'm willing to be wrong. I really am. And Patricia, I appreciate you, and don't be a stranger. But I got to believe if it's something that would raise the profile of the program, I think the coach would be willing to do that. This one says, and it's from Lynn, says, you don't have to be making goofy videos, Jeff. That wasn't Bradbury. He wasn't Mr. Personality. I'm not saying he has to be on campus handing out pizza like Eck, but what about coming on the OD more than once a year? Throwing out the first pitch at Albuquerque baseball, or showing up at a local high school game at some point in 10 years. I realize he didn't have to do those things at Wright State or at Morehead State, but fair or not, Lady Lobos fans have higher expectations for this. What?
Well, if you show up at a high school game too, there's some rules around that. Doesn't that count as like a recruiting thing?
I don't,
possibly,
maybe.
But I understand that. I think Topes ever asked him throughout the first pitch.
I don't know. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess he would have done it. I don't know. Greek Freak on the text line. This is the Sports Animal Meineke on San Pedro text line. Schedule a service at Meineke.com and click on the San Pedro location. Greek Freak says, I happen to spend Easter Sunday around the Eck family. Well, I didn't interact with them directly to avoid bothering them. You can just tell the dude is a different breed. Just living his best life with his family. He's a real one, and I heard him talking with some fans. I think he does a good job of disconnecting himself from his head coaching label when in the community, and allows him to interact with others in a more honest and endearing nature. Doesn't mean he's not going to leave us after for $5 million if he shows up. Regarding basketball, I'll say it again. Olin did not use, or does, or / did not use his bigs to a full potential this year, and doesn't know how to coach anything outside of his chaotic guard shooting offense. He played two bigs. Bouillon plays the 4. Rock gets more time, and maybe we're having a different conversation right now. And again, there is no excuse. Rock and Bouillon were rarely in foul trouble together, and Rock never even got close to playing enough minutes to tire. So those arguments are irrelevant. So Greek Freak does not think Eric Olin is a good coach, obviously. He doesn't know how to coach anything outside his chaotic guard. All right. Greek Freak should have get the job. He'd have played two bigs.
He's going to be disappointed next year if there's not a 2-big lineup out there.
They
better get some bigs into this program.
Yeah, done to the NCAA. I think I would. All right, 505-246-06. Yeah, that's not where I intended to go today either. See what I got, dude? I got my little Isotopes sweet deal card today that I bought. I got in on the sweet deal.
It's a good one.
I never do get in. Hey, what did you make of the Angel Reese trade? If anybody knows two names in women in the WNBA, right? And I'm going to guess the majority of people know two names in the WNBA. You agree with me?
I agree with you.
All right. It's Caitlin Clark and it's Angel Reese. Angel Reese got traded yesterday for 2 first-round picks from Chicago to Atlanta. Angel Reese last year in the offseason made it very clear they better get better players. I'm not putting up with crap. Essentially what she said, right? I mean, I'm pretty damn close. So Atlanta gets her. Chicago gets 2 picks. Chicago's been bad. They didn't have the players. Whatever. I don't know that anybody's going to watch more Atlanta Dream. Maybe they will because Angel Reese is there. What is this trade?
It means that the Sky need to get better. Thus, they got draft pick. and they used one of their assets to get draft picks. And they said, "Oh, Reese, we hear you, but you're not going to be part of this." And then for Atlanta, you bring in a very marketable player that gobbles up boards, keep possessions alive, and is one of the few crossover names in that sport.
I would argue the second highest profile name, not the second best, the second highest profile name in that sport. Just got traded. That would be, I don't know, who's the second highest profile player in the NBA? Oh, wait, Luka Doncic maybe gets traded. I mean, it's that kind of a thing if the game was that popular, right? It's the same Richter scale kind of a move in that game.
Yeah.
Big deal. If you're in the WNBA, I just yeah, we'll see. All right, you can get in on Michigan. You can get in on the Michael Malone. He is the new head coach at North Carolina. Lobel men's basketball signs Benny Schuck, 6'9", from Austria. I'm told that's east of the Mississippi. Australia is west of the Mississippi. That's actually funny. Why don't we take the last 5:05? You want to do it now? Is it too early? I'm close to being right on. I'm never right on time on this. Why?
It's a good time.
All right, 5:05-246-0610. We'll come back, wrap things up. I got a number of things that I still want to hit. There's a couple of NFL things as well. So we'll get there. 5:05-246-0610. Fellas, how you feeling? And I want to tell you about Vita Vital Medical because they're doing something really cool right now. They're offering your initial exam and blood work for just $79. If you're not feeling like you, if your drive isn't there, if you're not focused, if you're fatigued all the time, if you're dealing with, just some of these things, take care of it. Don't blame me. Don't think it's going to go away. Don't wonder what it is. Vita Vital Medical is going to help. And hormones play a huge role in how men feel every single day. Vita Vital Medical specializes in this. They've helped thousands of men feel better all across the globe. Vita Vital actually tests you, evaluates you, and explains to you what's going on with your body. So stop guessing what's going on. Get real answers, get real results, and meet with real medical professionals. They'll create a real plan based on your results. So whether it's testosterone optimization, medical weight, peptides to boost performance and recovery, everything they do is medically guided and tailored specifically towards men who want to feel better, stronger, and more in control. Stop settling. Stop feeling off. Take action. Get real results. Right now, Vita Vital Medical is offering your initial exam and blood work for just $79. $79 to figure out why you're feeling the way. 505-537-8484. 505-537-8484. Or online at VitaVitalMedical.com. That's VID as in David A, VIT as in Thomas A.L. VitaVitalMedical.com.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
All right, what do you got to know as you go through your day today? What's everybody going to be talking about around here on a Tuesday? Certainly Michigan beating UConn 69-63 to win a national championship basketball. Elliot Cadeau is the most outstanding player of the Final Four. Michigan's point guard, who like last week was in the hospital, right? Wasn't that the guy that was on the gurney? I know it was. That was going to the hospital. We're like, well, I mean, is he going to play in the Final Four? Yeah, he played pretty well.
He was pretty darn good.
19 points last. Trey McKinney hit the big shot, the 3. They only hit 2 threes all night. But he hit that one. It was a big shift. It was a 6-point Michigan lead with about minute 54 to go. UConn steals the ball. They get it to their stud, solo ball, and he missed at the rim. Michigan goes the other way. Instead of cutting it to 4, McKinney hits a 3, ups it to 9. Check, please. We're done. That was the ball. What else are people going to be talking about? We're going to be talking about a guy named Benny Shuck. Who's Benjamin Shuck? 6'9", Austrian. Signed with the Lobos. Will have 3 years of eligibility. He'll play basketball for him next year. Signed. Big guy. Do you consider that a big guy?
Yes, that's a forward.
Yeah, it's a forward. But is it a post presence? Is it a post presence?
Yes.
Okay.
Not just a different style.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless is your definition of post present bully ball, then I don't necessarily think this is going to be a bully ball player.
It's not a die. A die Mara.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
But if you have that kind of length, you can be a presence instead.
Okay. And Jesse Joachim, the leading rebounder for Lobo women's basketball, is going in.
Top 2 rebounders in the portal.
Amy Egan's got some rebuilding to do.
That's inside, but I think her style of play. I'm going to have some fun and watch some Lindenwood basketball over the next couple of days.
Attaboy. Be big for you.
And by the way, people throwing out there, they don't want this to be, Lindenwood West or whatever. If one or two players come over from a team that shot the ball really well, like I'm looking at Ellie Brueggemann, 5'11" guard, averaged 14 points per game, 3 assists, hit 96 threes on the season, scored 20 points against Baylor, 17 points against Iowa. I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, I just don't
like if you can land a
whole
player.
roster.
No one's saying you don't even have 8 spots available. No one's saying that.
All right, are you a fan of conference championship games in college football?
They're getting interesting.
With the potential expansion of the playoff, whether it goes to 16 or 24, whatever it is there a need for college football playoff or for conference championship? What service do they provide? They generate money, but if you're going to put all those teams anyway into the playoff, then does it really matter? Greg Burns, the athletic director at Alabama, he did an interview with USA Today. He said the SEC championship game should be a thing of the past. Quote, I think the ship has sailed, run its course. Great event. I don't like the idea of it going away, but I think it's reality with an expanded playoff. I think that's where the trend is. He said, I think we need to pick a lane. We were headed for 16, and that's in the playoff. Then there seemed to be pressure for 24. So as soon as we get to 24, I guess you'd say, well, we better go to 48. I mean, at some point we have to pick. I think it's probably going away.
16 with no conference title games.
16 with no conference title games. I don't know. Do you need a conference title game at 16?
Probably not.
I mean, I guess.
Now, is that across the board? Like every conference to sign up for that?
I think each one's got to decide for themselves. And does the group of 6 play things differently? Because the reality is, and no offense, as somebody once said, or no disrespect, the group of 6 is only getting one in, no matter if it's 12, it's 14 or 16, or if it's 24. Well, James Madison got in. I know. Yeah, they got 2 in this year, and they've closed that.
They're immediately like, no.
Yeah, James Madison and Tulane got in, and the powers that be said, yeah, we're not having it. So they've closed that loop. They have now changed the language. Not the top 5 ranked conference champions, but the Power 4 plus the next one. They've changed. So you're not getting that. So, JJ, the group of 6 is going to be just a different world, right? You got everybody competing for one spot. Pac-12, Mountain West, Conference USA, MAC, Sun Belt, America. Competing for one spot. Then after that, it's bowl games, right?
That is correct.
Are bowl games going to be strictly? It's a whole nother. And much more than we got 3 minutes. But strictly a group of 6 deal.
So you think outside of the top 16?
Well, or 24. I mean, pick your number wherever the momentum ends up. See, here's the deal. A 7-5 Big Ten team is not created equal. A 7-5 Rutgers or a 7-5 Maryland is pretty fired up to get into a bowl game, right? A 7-5 Michigan, a 7-5 Ohio State.
Isn't a 7-5 Minnesota team playing in the Arizona Bowl?
Well, they did, right? But that's a different story than a 7-5. It was in the rate, right? But
against the Lobo,
yeah, in the rate. But it's 7-5 Minnesota as opposed to 7-5. I don't know, Ohio State. It's a different feel, isn't it? And so are they. It's I don't know. But again, Kentucky as opposed to Alabama, 8-4 versus 8-4. One's going to go to the Birmingham Bowl. One's probably not. I mean, is Alabama going to go play in the Birmingham Bowl? if you expand the playoff to 16 or 24. I mean, here we are at 12, and Notre Dame, Iowa State, and Kansas State all bailed. They said, no, I don't want to play it. Now, Kansas State and more, even more so Iowa State, their coach just left. They didn't have players, whatever. It's. Do you think that's the trend? And hence,
it could be more of a trend if it expands, because then you got to assume some of those playoff matchups will be in other bowl games, right? Maybe. Like the Valero Alamo Bowl or stuff like
potentially. That. Potentially. And is it going to be just playoff or bust? Right? It's kind of like the NIT now, right? The attitude we saw with the NIT. How many teams said, yeah, we're good, I'm not playing it. All right, what do I get tonight, man? This is weird now. Now we're in that little lull. I get the Masters starting on Thursday, and you don't always have to be making goofy videos. Reply to JJ. This is from Lim. If there are rules about showing up at high school games, how come Danny Gonzalez was seemingly at every gym in town? Remember the OD buzz at the time was, why could Davey have done the same? See what a difference having a coach that actually lives here. Yeah, I don't know what the rules are, to be honest with you, on going to a high school game, and is it a recruiting visit? Can I just go to a high school game and sit in the stands? I honestly, I don't.
You could, and they're also in season too. So
well, they're all in season. Yeah. All right. Have you looked at the Masters yet? You got a favorite in the Masters?
I will be putting my roster together the next couple days.
Where are you playing? Playing a little. Oh, you playing online?
Little daily fantasy for the Masters.
All right. You getting into where you just the pool you just were in? That guy's running a Masters. I don't know if you know that. I mean, I'm not advocating, but I'm advocating.
I might be interested now.
Today at the Masters, you get the Champions Dinner on the menu tonight. It's Rory's dinner. Sounds like it's going to be quite the dinner. All the champions, but not all the champions. They all put on their green jackets and they sit around the big long table and they tell stories. I was saying, it was with you, right, the other day, where that's one dinner I'd like to sit there and just shut my mouth and eat and listen to stories. Would you like to be at that table?
I'd love to be at that table.
Listen to different generations of winners and listen to their stories. All right, The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. Jim Rome shows, yeah, that's right, Jim Rome shows up. Unfiltered with Kenneth Thomas comes in after that, and then we're back with a more award-winning radio. We will start at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Adrian produced on television, did a great job. Thank you, sir, for that. He is JJ Buck. Me? Merely Jeff Symbieta. Big day for you?
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Hey, be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.